So I want to talk about three things in this video. The first thing is going to be addiction. The second thing is going to be friends. And the third thing is going to be honesty, right? And these things kind of run hand in hand. The first two things, they kind of cooperate, they go together. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the people you hang out with. When you think about the friends that you had when you were growing up, it seems like you guys had a lot of things in common, right? You guys kind of jive together. You watch some of the same things, you listen to the same music. But I want you to think about growing out of that, right? As you get older and as you mature, you'll start to notice this thing called addiction, right? And it might not be as obvious when you're younger, like maybe you're 14, 15 years old. It might not be that obvious that addiction even has a role, that it even plays a part in what you guys are, doing when you're hanging out. It might be just, going to the store, getting a little can of Arizona sweet tea, a little bag of chips, and maybe some sugary little snack, right? As you get older, you go to the store, you still get those things, but now you're buying cigarettes, you're buying blunt wraps, you're buying Four Locos, right? You're buying some beer, maybe some liquor. Good times, right? Good times. Yeah, no, not good times. That turns into a slippery slope. And what I'm going to challenge you guys to do is think about your friends today. Even though you guys have been through so much, you guys have been through so much in the past, I'm going to challenge something that a lot of you guys probably don't even think about, right? Are you friends because you guys have the same mission in life? Because your goals match each other's goals? And don't fucking confuse goals with ambition. I'm not talking about ambition. We're not talking about, hey bro, hey man, we can make it one day. We can make it up out of here. We can jump on these songs together, and you guys are trying to find the quickest, easiest, fastest route to make it up out the hood or something. You know what I mean? That's not what I'm talking about. You guys, 9 times out of 10, never really set a solid strategy in place. You guys were just so lost in the fucking addiction, that the only thing that making it out really meant is your subconscious telling you a place that you no longer need to fill the void of addiction. It's crazy when you think about it, man. But like the cigarettes, the beers, you guys aren't hanging out with each other because you do those things. You're hanging out because those people aren't going to judge you because they're doing the same shit. So it's almost like you're validating the fact that you have these things in your life, but more importantly, you're embarrassed to go around other people who don't do those kinds of things. And that's why you feel anxiety. You guys feel nervous. I felt nervous when I started changing the people that I was hanging around, and they didn't do cigarettes, they weren't smoking weed, they weren't drinking, and I was, doing those things and dibbling and dabbling. Dude, I was anxious. I was having like panic attacks, and that shit makes no sense. I don't have panic attacks anymore, and I've been through some crazy shit in these past 4 or 5 years, and I don't have panic attacks. But a lot of that does have to do with the chemical substances that you're feeding your brain and all of the things that you really lack. So I want you to think about this as we continue on to the video before it gets too lengthy, because I could talk about this shit forever. But the things that you strip away matter more than the things that you add into your life. A lot of people are looking for something that they can add into their life, like a better job, a better business opportunity, a little bit more money. You know what I'm saying? Like those things seem like it makes sense to add them into your life. It really doesn't though. It really would screw you guys up. What you need to think about is taking some of that shit away that you're currently doing that's hurting you. Why? Because you have control, first of all. You have control over that thing currently that if you just stopped and you took it away, would immediately take your life to the next level, or at least give you a damn chance, bro. It's going to give you a chance to succeed, to elevate. You know what I'm saying? To elevate. So think about some of the friends that you can remove, some of the addictions that you can move. If you need help thinking about some of them, shit, I'll give you 3 right now that if you did, I guarantee would 2x your income, at least 2x it. Cigarettes, booze, and sugar. If you take those addictions out, bro, you'll be 90% ahead of everybody out there tomorrow if you guys could find a way to stop. And I'm always going to shout out the books and the resources that helped me quit those things. And that's Alan Carr, The Easy Way. The easy way to stop smoking, the easy way to control alcohol. And those 2 things is where I would start. And he does have one about sugar, good sugar, bad sugar. But at any rate, this is the next part, is honesty. This will be the last thing I talk about. We're not being honest and truthful with ourselves. when you are in this business, selling final expense, doing telesales, we tap into so much different information out there. Like an overwhelming amount of information that exists, and we're constantly trying to learn, and we think that's the best thing to do. And I need to add this to my business. I need to add that to my business. I need a new website. I need to buy some different kinds of leads. I need to buy 1 million more states. Stop. Stop that shit and just be honest with yourself. Especially you folks who are out there trying to recruit more agents and trying to hire assistants and virtual assistants. You think that's going to level out the weaknesses that you have, right? Like customer service, or you don't want to answer the phone when the phone rings. You're not going to be able to hire your way out of your weaknesses. I'm sorry. It's like it goes against nature. It literally goes against nature. It's not going to work. You have to grease your own wheel before you can begin to add other wheels. And I'm using the analogy of wheels because it's the easiest way I can explain momentum and movement. And what are we talking about? We're moving in the right direction. So as an example, if you're an entrepreneur or a business owner, self-employed, 1099, contractor, owner, operator, you don't work a 9-to-5, you work for yourself basically. And you're trying to add all these moving pieces. You have to be honest with yourself and ask yourself, if I hired somebody to do the things that I don't want to do, and they do them the way that I do them, which I'm not doing them, is it going to make my business better? Or is it just going to magnify the problem? Let me give you an example. You can't sell. Let's say you suck at selling. You're not coachable, right? You know everything. You don't need the mindset training. You don't need to wake up. You don't need to watch your diet. Fuck it, dude. You're it, right? But you can't sell. So you hire more people and you train them to do the same shit you're doing on the phones. Is that going to make the problem better or worse? You have to grease the wheel before you add more wheels. So what happens is if you start adding people on your vehicle, people meaning wheels, and one of those wheels fall off, you think you're going in one direction, but because that wheel's gone and you think you're going straight, you're hitting the gas, you're just doing donuts, dude. You're literally doing circles, man. So that's a piece of advice that, I had to bite the bullet and realize, and I had to let some people go out of my business. And if those people are watching, well, that's the honest truth, man. And this is part of why this channel exists, is just vulnerability and documenting my experiences and my journey. And I hope you guys can appreciate it and forgive me at the end of the day, but just know we're human and now we're going in the right direction. So, guys, just be honest with yourself. Fix the things you have to fix. The worth is in the work you put in this business. I promise you. Stick to your shit and let's crush it, guys. Happy Father's Day, by the way, everybody. Have a good one.